Guys, what is up? It's Radio here, and today I wanted to start a new series on my channel called How It's Built. And pretty much what it's going to be about is how I build the drift cars that I use. First of all, I'm going to start with 240, but the reason is why I'm doing this because people have asked me how do I drift so smoothly on a controller, how am I quick on a controller. Generally because of practice, I guess you could say. It's not really of me, being significantly better than anyone else. It's just I'm focused a lot on practicing on Forza a while back, using just come out to chill drift and tandem lobby, and I ended up meeting some people from XE and bettering myself, getting quicker, and getting the right tunes for myself. So I mean, go ahead and try this tune out if you want. Try out how to tune mine and see if it helps you in any way. But usually, tuning for yourself obviously makes it better for yourself. Anyway, let's jump straight into it. In the JD Round 1, this is the JD Round 1 version of my 240, I used the S15 engine. Because the RB engine kind of uses, if you look, the torque is just jumped up. I know it's heavier, but don't have as much torque in the S15, so go over that. I'm just gonna put some, what I had on tune before, and the JD Round 1 tune, and then the rest is it's personal preference, whatever you want to put on. I did in fact have street tires on that tune, because for me street tires make it a lot more grippier sports. I know it probably sounds weird to some people, but it just made it feel a lot grippier for me, and it didn't slip as much as some sport tire tunes would. Yeah, rims are personal preference as well. And look at the ride height though, Jesus. I'm gonna put the rims to 17 inches as well because the right amount of tire and right amount of rim. Yeah, I guess you can say rim. Rim. But yeah, it looks pretty cool in a minute. This is the exact paint job I used for JD Round 1 as well. I don't really have any footage of that, so I can't really, there's the footage, there's the battles that I did or whatever. I don't have footage of it, and I don't think I've got I've got the replay somewhere, so I might get some footage from it. You guys want to see the boy in action, even though after I've tuned this, it's going to be in action anyway. As you're going to see me drifting it, obviously. Platform and handling and drivetrain are all maxed out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to race these first few lot, like pull all upgrades to max. It says there'll be upgrades already on them anyway, because I don't know why. Sport camshaft, and the rest I'll race besides the turbo, because turbo's nope. Turbo lags a lot. Well, just don't really like them. There's a lot better about them as well. But I believe should be that. Yeah, it looks like it is that. Oh, let's jump straight into the tune then, I guess. Alright, I'm not sure why it is tuned like this. It was good when I used it, but everything might have changed since then. So I think my tyres are 28.5, 28.5 front and rear. I always do 3.6 final drive for kind of shorter tracks, and longer tracks is always 3.3. If you guys ever wanted that, if you want to know that as well. These aren't the same gear ratios that I was using because the kind of struggles around, and with them gear ratios it struggles around any other track kind of thing. It was made for Ladera Short JD Round 1. So yeah, carry on with the tune. Gears generally quite close around there. I know the second to third is a bit of a jump, but you don't really, you're in your second, the upshift to third, it kind of carries a lot more power through. Just, I don't know, I don't know. But the rest of the gears are pretty much really close, so when you upshift, it's not as much of a gap, so you don't just drop, your car drop the revs or anything. So yeah, that's the gears that I'll be using. You see me drifting later in the video. Right, with the camber, I'm not sure how I tuned it, or pretty sure Darren helped me with this tune anyway, or Rousey, as most people will know him. But yeah, this is what it looked like. Pretty much run more camera on the front, but not too much, because if you put too much camera on the front, I'm pretty sure it slows you down. And the more camera you have, like the non-tuned amount of camera you have on the front makes it a lot more grippier. For me, anyway. Yeah, my roll bars, I've run these. I'm just gonna randomly put them around. I usually run these really low because it kind of delays your transition and makes it easier for control. If you're on a wheel, you don't need to be slow at transition or anything, because you can just switch the wheel and it transitions, you know. Springs. I usually run the springs pretty low on the front. I know they were pretty stiff. I think they were that. Something around that. And the rear, they're pretty soft, just because the back end wouldn't kick out. I know it's not got much force or anything either, so that it would kick out. But it just, you know, it kind of came along and felt right like that. So yeah, and low highlight, you know, because falling. With the dampening, I usually tune it pretty kind of soft, like say around down here or something, maybe something like that, maybe. But on the round 1 tune is 9.9 on the front, 8.4 on the rear. Down here, I usually tune them. I usually get them really quite soft, around maybe like that, I guess. They're pretty similar, I guess, the way. It's 5.7 on the front, 3.4 on the rear. So that's the way that is. That's the round 1 version of this. I'll probably, you know, I'm going to start doing how it's built every. I don't know really. When should I do it? Which day should I do it? Should I do it every? So, you know, how often should I do the episodes? I mean, brakes are really they're really up to you. How you tune your brakes and what you know, how you brake drift, if you need to brake behind people, or you need to brake for a corner or something, you know, to slow down to make sure you hit the clip. You know, I'm getting used to ABS now. ABS off now, and I used to never just strip it off, and it used to do alright, but you want low pressure, I know that, or you're going to run ABS off, and obviously if you put more pressure down, and if you're not very light, let's say, with your braking, and then you'll just lock your brakes as easily as anything. And my diff, I always lock my diff pretty much all the time. I know, say if you I've used some people's tunes where they use the deceleration over here somewhere. It's when you let off the power, it slows you down, or let off the throttle or anything, it just slows you down more and quicker. You know, that's personal preference to how some people tune, and you know, that's really how some people tune. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed me showing you my tune on the 240 for JD round 1. After this, there will be, you know, some drifting going on, probably 2-3 minutes of drifting. So this will be like an 11-minute video. We'll have some music over this, and then louder music over the you know, the drifting itself. So well, I don't know. It depends. You can hear. I'll make sure the music isn't that loud, so you can hear the engine and stuff. You know, it's a really nice engine. But yeah, guys, I'm not sure what to do for round 2 of how it's built. I'm gonna start doing quite a few series. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna start doing a few series as, you know, how can I say that? But yeah, I'm gonna start doing more of them. Yeah. But thanks for watching, guys. It's been me, Ready. Yeah, and I'll see you soon.